World of Warcraft is adding its first official Pride event called Dark Spear Dash in 12.05. The event raises money for LGBT Trevor Project. Yeah, they need to stop this. I'm gonna say it plain and simple. I have been incredibly consistent on my opinions related to anything Pride related or like Pride Month. I think all of it needs to go away and be completely abolished. This is not, I don't think this is any different. This is yet another corporate pandering event that devs had to put time and effort into placate a player base that doesn't give a fuck about the game, while simultaneously alienating everyone else that doesn't want it shoved down their throats. I'm so fucking sick and tired of having gay pride flags shoved in every single fucking video game that I play. And that's coming from someone who completely supports gay rights, by the way. Imagine the people who are indifferent. I don't fucking care who you have sex with, bro. I don't care who you're attracted to, who you're sucking dick, you know, like, I'm happy for you, but for the love of God, stop putting this bullshit in my fucking video games. It ruins the immersion. It reminds me of Twitter. It attracts like a retarded demographic of this like finger pointing, woke scolding, Karenist, like, and that justify being like insufferable pieces of shit by saying you're a bigot for not supporting the event. It is bad for video games and bad for gay people. Period, man. I need to be represented. Oh. I have made many videos, by the way, and said on stream many times how I feel the exact same way about Pride Month every year. It is a useless holiday that over the years, people have only come to like attribute with like degenerate parades where freaks display their fetishes proudly to children. And every corporate entity in America changes their profile picture on Twitter or whatever for 30 days and panders on social media about how much they love gay people and to get you to buy their dog shit, right? Their fucking product. There's literally no upside. It only brings negative experiences to the table and in return makes more people dislike gay people, and I think that's bad. This has never been the I don't think this has ever been the correct solution. It has never been helpful. Somehow never the Middle Eastern account though. Yes, exactly. Like Mercedes-Benz in Germany will put, but they will make the Mercedes-Benz logo the rainbow flag, but then when you look at Mercedes-Benz in Saudi Arabia, it's not changed at all. Like, I don't know. It's just corpos? Yeah, no, it is. You know what I want for gay people, by the way? I want normalcy. I want to feel like there's no stigma for who you're attracted to. And you know what actively inhibits that? Putting your entire sexuality on a pedestal for an entire month every single year. And corporate entities shoving like events and skins and merchandise and social media posts and into all of their products in video games. I know this is gonna be a shock to Reddit, but shoving a gay pride event into a video game doesn't magically make people more tolerant. It doesn't. It actually does the opposite. It creates animosity amongst a demographic that didn't care one way or another, but is now being forced to participate. Forced to participate after a long day of work, by the way, after their social batteries are spent, after they put their kids to bed or finish the chores around the house. Finally, after a long day of work, you can sit down and forget about all the bullshit and culture wars and work and just relax. But no, yeah, you thought, fucking idiot. You thought. do your pride dailies. Look at the look at the pride flags. Buy the pride skins. It's so fucking unhelpful, man. It's so fucking unhelpful. Try to explain that to the politically captured corporal that. They've been slowly turning it around. That's why it's funny. That's why it's funny when you try to explain to people that Blizzard doesn't actually care about gay people. It's just pandering. Consume product. Yeah, they're just happy that you're like logging on and spending $15 to log in and like, you know, do the event or whatever, or buy their skin or buy their toy. It's no longer in style, so they don't care anymore. Yeah, it's not making them enough profit. That's why they just stopped doing it very slowly. Yeah. This is another post. Why does every major franchise eventually end up like this? At the beginning, it's literally just about the game, and guess what? LGBTQ... Sorry. Play the game as well, but at some point, the company itself begins pandering and then everything changes. This is a new generation thing. It's because so many corporate entities, so many companies across the West have all started doing this, that the ones who don't actually feel like not participating makes them look bad. That's really what it is. Yeah, like, if you don't do it, you're a bigot. Pride event, we're using assets from Cataclysm. I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm just saying, like, they don't really care. And I know some people are gonna make the argument and say, like, oh, well, this was an event that the community was organizing, and now they're just putting it in the game officially. It's like, why did we need to do that? Just make your own event then. That's fine. Who gives a fuck? They're raising for charity or whatever, right? Right? Again, this brainworm has spread so far and wide. If you own a business and you're not changing your profile picture to a pride flag in June, you don't make a rainbow flag, you don't make a post on Twitter acknowledging that it's Pride Month, they think the public opinion of them will be affected negatively because it appears that you don't support gay people. It's like, you support the thing? Yeah, say the line or else. That's what's happening. That, in addition to the insufferable blue-haired Karens infiltrating every single corporate entity in HR, including, like, game development studios. Like, to the point that there isn't, like, a single studio likely that isn't getting henpecked and woke scolded by the fucking Karens. That's why so many game studios are becoming, like, so feminized and making worse video games. But that's, like, a different conversation at the end of the day. I think that, like, I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. Corporations don't care about you. You just want your money. Yeah. I think Asmund commented on that last post. This one? Oh, this one. Yeah, I did. I remember seeing it back then. I wasn't streaming, I don't think. I would be mad at this point, but this event is the least gay thing in the game now. He's right, though. The Arbiter is trans. In Shadowlands, there's a gay pride flag toy. Yeah, like, I mean, honestly, he's right. This is the least gay thing about it, you know? You can pay $10 for your gay pride flag toy. It's just not a game for us, man. It's sad. What is this post? You saying I have to pay to be gay? Yeah, apparently so. That's what I mean. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that insane that you have to pay $10 for a toy? They didn't even put it in the game for free. So they quote tweeted this is because nothing speaks fantasy world more than putting real life problems in the game. It's like putting accurate tax paying into games with dragons and shit. Fucking exactly. Exactly. People don't want to come home from work, log into their favorite video game, and get reminded of real life problems. It makes no fucking sense, especially in a video game with a fantasy setting. I don't want to be reminded of Twitter and work and culture wars in my fucking video game. You know what else they should do? How about you just directly what is it called? Like, integrate and incorporate in-game chat to my cell phone. Make it so my boss can, like, DM me in-game and tell me they're short-staffed and they need to come in on my day off. Make it so I can't block him either, so he can just spam me while I'm in a dungeon or doing a battleground. How about that? That sounds fucking great. Isn't that awesome? I love that. Stop giving them ideas. Sorry. What is this post? Blizzard supporting pedophilia. Trevor Project, a leftist gender and sexuality organization, is targeting children as young as 13 years old with social media advertisements. They encourage them to join internet forums where they can discuss sex and other intimate topics with unknown adults. Young America's Foundation investigation revealed. I have no idea if this is true or not, and I'm not gonna go and research it myself right this instant so I can have an opinion on it. It doesn't matter because my opinion on Pride events is like the same regardless of what organization they support. It's bad for everyone except the corporate entities. Gay people suffer, straight people suffer, but corporates make money. I don't like it. It's pandering at the end of the day. If they want to make a charity event and they want to do this, that's on them. But like it's in the fucking game. They officially like put it in the game. Yeah. Rainbow people and women ruined every single male hobby known on Earth. I actually don't fully agree with this. Hear me out. I think women did play a role in demanding to be like to be included in male spaces, which thus feminized those spaces and then gave men nowhere to go that's just for them. I do agree that this is happening, but I don't agree with blaming gay people for ruining video games. I don't think that's their fault. I think corporate America did that, if anything. I think the Karens in HR co-opted, they co-opted every corporate entity into feeling like they need to virtue signal for every marginalized group possible, or else they'll be labeled racist or homophobic or transphobic. That's what I think. And then those companies realize that that not only does pandering make them be viewed as not racist, but those pandering events also make them money. And like you release merch, you know? So it's a win-win for them, right? There are plenty of gay people that don't like or want these events. They just don't care. And then they get told that they're pick-me's. Oh my god, you're just being a pick-me. Ew. You don't care about this event, you're not allowed to. No. You have to, otherwise you're a bigot. Just like them. I think that's so mean. Oh yeah, this is another post. Say the line! Say the line or else! Warcraft 1995, a human getting absolutely destroyed by an orc, and then in Warcraft 2023, it's an orc in Stormwind looking derpy as fuck with a camera. And before people say anything, by the way, I hate this fucking, I have to say this, but people are gonna say, oh, Alana, it's fan art. And I'm like, does fan art not reflect the fucking, I want to say like the overall arching theme of Warcraft? It doesn't matter that it's fan art. It's the fact that that's the idea. That's what they think of when they make the art. Yeah, he's a soy-pogging tourist. It's so sad, man. World of Warcraft, by the way, before you even say anything, be like, oh, that's not actually how they draw it anymore. It's like, yeah, actually they do. Hearthstone and Warcraft, they consistently put out this kind of art style. It looks like Toontown. There's just so much random shit in the game that it completely ruins the immersion. Also, don't forget them saying that they literally regret. I think it was Metzen that said it. He says he regrets calling it Warcraft because it's like too intimidating or too mean or edgy or whatever the fuck it was. The guy that was one of the most like coolest guys at Blizzard that was like in charge of the lore, and he drew this, by the way. Right here, you can see the signature. Metzen 95. He drew this and said that it was too intimidating. It's so fucking sad. It's so bullshit. This should have been covered in blood and scars on soy pogging. It just shows that there's something like inherently wrong with the direction that Blizzard chose to go to. It's not about Warcraft. It's not about fighting war. I play WoW, and I do keep up with it from time to time. And it has changed. We don't fight. The factions basically don't exist anymore. It's all about hand holding. It's all about one side is fighting a bad or evil instead of fighting each other 90% of the time. It's so boring. There's no faction conflict anymore. It's fucking sad, dude. Not 100% their fault. Globalists paid leftist universities a lot of money to push women to male-dominated spaces, and the result has been overall neglect of the product and complete disrespect of its history lore. Add some Hollywood propaganda to finish the brainwashing. And you know what's sad? I am perfectly fine with women having their own space. You want to have a space, a video game where there's no men involved? That's perfectly fine, but let men have that space too, if they want to do that. Why the fuck are we fighting about this? If you want to have a space that's dedicated to men, the first thing that comes off the top of my head is Warhammer. Warhammer is like very aggressively like masculine. At least it used to be. A lot of people would argue that over time, even Warhammer has become softened. It has. And then nobody plays the game. Like, for example, like Halo's one of them. Did you see the fucking... Did you see the rainbow, like, Master Chief skins that they put into the game? I think it was last year or the year before. I forget which one, where it's like a complete rainbow. It's like, oh my god, what are we doing, man? Who's arguing about it, though? I mean, everybody, man. The HR women that want to continue infiltrating male spaces. I want my own fucking space too. If I want to get away from boys, because boys can be stinky and mean, and I want to talk to girls, that's perfectly fine. If men don't want stinky, stupid women in their fucking game or in their fucking workspace, that's fine too. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, girls are stinky and mean too. They can absolutely be there, but I shouldn't have to fucking... They shouldn't cater to change a space just to accommodate me. It's either I have to fit into it or at least try my best and to be accepted into the male space, vice versa, or get the fuck out. What is this? Let me read this. Found this old green text. Okay. Lego did a study when they created the Lego Friends line for girls, where they discovered that when a boy plays with a toy of a character, he tries to become the character. And when a girl does the same thing, she tries to make the character become her. Huh. That's interesting. I think that's got a point. Like, I can understand that. I mean, I played with Barbies when I was a kid. So if you give a boy a Batman toy, he's gonna want to know everything there is to know about Batman, and he'll try to think and talk like Batman when he plays with a toy. The little girl, on the other hand, is going to make Batman go shopping, bake cookies, and go to the prom. That's not to say there aren't exceptions on both sides, but that's the data that allowed Lego to finally get a foothold on the girls' market after decades of failed attempts. If you look at how women approach things like Star Wars or remakes of animated movies, is it any wonder that so many of them want to reinvent the IP either by feminizing or changing the main character to look like them? The self-insertion. It's the self-insertion. I would also honestly argue that men are more likely, if they see a character, for example, like a big buff like fucking Batman, and he's beating up the Joker or whatever the fuck are villains, right? The guys want to be big and buff like them. But a lot of women, they're like, oh, this woman's too hot. She needs to be a little bit more realistic looking. I don't agree with that personally. I want to be the best I want to be. And that might be just me being different and weird. But that's how I view it. It's like if I see an attractive character and she's got massive tits and a narrow waist, I'm like, god damn. I mean, that might be a little bit unrealistic, but that's attractive. Like, that's how I view it. I feel like a lot of men, maybe this is generalizing. I don't know how all men work. I'm not a man, but like, I feel like with men, it's like, oh, they see a fucking big buff dude and like, oh yeah, that's hot. He was too unrealistic. Girls don't look like that. Well, again, I have to speak with some nuance. It is a lot of fucking work to look that attractive. It is. Eve is a great example from Stellar Blade. She's extremely attractive. You have to put in a lot of work. Not that men don't put a lot of work into their body, but that's just besides the point. Yeah. This shit's ass. Look at how they massacred my boy. This entire company must be purged. It's too late. Honestly, it's kind of fucking sad because I feel like the amount of backlash when this first came out, because I wasn't streaming, I was way too busy with life. When I first saw this, I saw a bunch of people lashing out and being like, "Oh my god, it's not a big deal," and this and that. I'm like, if it's not a big deal, then why did you have to make an event? Because people were, the argument to be made here, in my opinion also, it's like, they already were doing this. People said that they've been doing this since like 2014. The community was organizing a charity event that was just like them doing it for themselves. Why did you add it then? Why did you add a calendar to it and then like notify everybody to go and visit it? I don't know. It's just, it's my 2 cents. I think it's weird.
Yeah.